Good evening, Internet, actually good morning and good afternoon, wherever you are. This is just a short video and a review for an airplane I've finally discovered recently by going at the club. This is a review on the WOT 4 Foam E, and what a great airplane it is. It is an airplane which has been designed by Mr. Chris Foss, who is an English architect who lived in the 80s, and I hope he's still alive. I don't know, I haven't researched him so long, but apparently he did design quite a few airplanes. He was an RC enthusiast, and I think his most successful one was the WOT 4. I don't know if there was a WOT 1, WOT 2, WOT 3 before that, but yeah. Anyway, it's a real good airplane, and first of all, as soon as you unbox it, you see that has been made with care. Every single piece is wrapped. I'm not going to show you so much of the unboxing, but it's like a standard box. Actually, it's not just the usual run-of-the-mill Chinese job where you get the brown box, but it has colors, it has descriptions and stuff like that, which is nice in a certain way, because you know you're buying something which has been researched, which has been well marketed. This is the instruction manual. It's in English and in German. It looks like to me, and I don't know if I'm right, you tell me, that these kind of models have been purchased or like produced by Ripmax, who is a German company which has also I think roots here in the south of England somehow, maybe. Not sure of that, but of course both instructions are in German and in English, so that will tell you exactly more or less how the things are going. Immediately you see there has been taken some real care on actually getting this airplane done. The lines are very well defined. There is no actual mistake. It's very nice foam and it's well printed. It's well taken care of. The airplane comes like without any decals, so the first thing you do, you put some decals on, but it's practically you can put it together unless you put a decal on in about 20 minutes. It's 4 screws. That's all it is. That's how well designed is the things. The undercarriage is strong and is in aluminium, as you can see. The propeller is a nice APC propeller, or like in composite propeller, and it requires very little ballasting. The tail goes all together through a screw which is here. It was not easy to actually put the tail on, but although this is the second, the MK2, the second version, which had some problem with the tail. Some people lost the tail while flying, so and therefore lost the plane. It's still it's very well designed, and it just goes in very tightly, but the screw is not that nice to put in. It doesn't go in really easily. You really have to turn and turn and turn with your screwdriver until it actually receives get to a point where it's sturdy. But that was the only core I could find. So far it has plenty of space here for its receiver. Comes with 2 nice servos. You can see it's a very well made plane because of the lines. They are nice, and I wish I could get it to you, to see you a bit better, but they're nicely curved. They're not just a shape of of foam just printed and that's it, right? The actual wing comes all in one piece, so it's easy transportable. It has spars in it, and there are spars also in the ailerons, there is a spar in the tail, in the elevon, so it's well rigid. It has a chord, as you can see. It's not like a piece of foam inside is empty. It's like almost like if it was made like of balsa, but instead of using the balsa sheets, you use the foam. The actual mechanism to hook and put in and to mount the wing, it's great. It just goes clunk. You put the screw on top, which goes here, and you're done. You practically can fly. It does not require, I did not require myself, looking for the CG. It's being explained in the actual instruction that this CG is 70 millimeters, but as long as you slot a 2200 milliampere 3S battery in the battery compartment, you're done. The plane is balanced. So that was really good news on that. The servos have servos covers, and they are very nicely put in. There is no smudge or glue or anything. The horns are pretty strong, no flimsy itsy bitsy things, and yeah, everything is done well. The actual wing comes with a Y lead already installed, so well, it's good thought. It's good thought practically. They've done lots of job for you, so it's a kind of model that is not a beginner model, and you will see when I'm making it. It's very fast. It could be very acrobatic. It's very twitchy, but at the same time you can tame it down. You give it about 75%, like of dual rates. You go down. You take it down to 75%, or you take 25% off, whatever it is that you want to do, and it just like calms down, it tames, and it can also go up pretty slow. It was very windy that day, well, not very, but yeah, 10, 11, 12 miles per hour, and it flew like it was on rail. It was really incredible. Anyway, I'll leave you up to the maiden. There is not much of anything else you can say. The battery, oh yeah, the battery compartment is here. You can stick the battery here, and it has a 40 milliampere RIP Max ESC, which needs to be, if you want to, I put the actual brake on, because I like when I pull the throttle on to have like the actual propeller to stop spinning, but yeah, up to you. It can be programmed like with radio. It's not like a super thing, but I mean it is a foamy WOT 4, so it's a pretty simple airplane, but it's great. It flies great, and now I understand why in the club everybody has practically won, the president, everybody. Okay, it does any kind of aerobatics you need for the exam, and it does practically anything you want him to do if you are up to it. I'm not such a great pilot, but I really enjoyed it. Actually, it's one of the few planes that, frankly, until I had 2200 milliampere batteries in my bag, I used them, and I kept on putting them on and on. Flight time, you get about 10 to 15 minutes. It depends how you fly it, of course. 7 minutes if you fly aerobatics, and if you just scan it down the sky and everything. If you just loop around and stuff like that, you can arrive also to 12-13 minutes, definitely no problem. Alright, so then enjoy this maiden. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Let me know if you have any comments. I'll answer anything if I can. Blue sky to everybody.